whatever. It's like, don't even.
Somebody's listening to my Metallica frying steak and eggs and shit.
That's me in class.
Right.
I can't lie. Shout out to my group members, though. They deal with me very kindly.
Just mute your microphone.
It's just Izzy. What you listening to now? DMX. Like, oh, no. It's Big Sean this morning.
Big Sean cooking bacon. Thanks for asking.
I feel like you definitely like had a Mac Miller playlist that you snuck in one class period and just said, wait, who's playing Mac Miller in the background? Izzy?
It's marketing, baby.
That's genius. It's definitely product placement.
All right.
But yeah, so that's the end of the college football news. BYU loses. Their season's done. I mean, all that winning, and, you lost to Coastal Carolina. They haven't even had a football program 7 years like that. But, hey, good for you, BYU.
And talking about losses, going back to maybe some NFL, this week with Dez Bryant, it's supposed to go back and play the Cowboys, they talk shit, everything like that, and gets pulled out for COVID. Not just only pulled out, but got pulled out for on the field warming up.
Dude, this is the only person I saw on my timeline this weekend was Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
There should have been a Jordan crying emoji, but I'm like, that's just too mean.
Is he done? He's done, right?
He shut it down for the year, but we'll further explore that a little bit later.
This guy was going to be the follow-up to T.O. in Dallas. He actually had great years there with Tony Romo. But
nah, he just said, Jesus Christ, my phone died.
Sorry, I just saw
and
that
I got through cleaning, and Kenny's still in college football. Technically, no, we moved on, sir. We moved on.
We're talking about Dez Bryant right now.
Yeah, we doubled back.
But he was great in Dallas, and then he went up against the incredibly hard task of having Jerry Jones pay him to be an elite athlete, and then his career falls apart after being hurt.
And his foot.
It was his foot.
It's always the foot.
And then his foot might compare to yours, but at some point, to be honest.
No. See,
I don't know if I really want to open that up. I don't want to get another text message from Pete.
You opened up a wound that didn't need to happen. My foot is over here chilling. And yes, the nerve damage is real in the wintertime. But ironically, it's my right foot, though.
Yeah. But now he's like, well, COVID, screw it, just screw this year. But he was also supposed to come in with the Saints and then tore his Achilles. The guy's how old now? He's 35, 36? He's gone through major injuries, and now it's just because of COVID. He's just done.
I feel bad for him because, test positive for COVID.
Yeah. This guy's an elite athlete, and he's probably said fuck it and just went to Burger King and started mowing down.
He's not Chad Johnson. Yeah. Chad Johnson just goes straight to like a McDonald's.
He tweeted earlier today, 11 hours ago, that he tested negative back-to-back for COVID. So that's interesting.
So he's just cursed.
Yeah, here we go again.
He's just cursed.
We're back to these, again, I'm pretty sure a pregnancy test is more accurate than COVID, but imagine if a pregnancy test wasn't more accurate than COVID. Scary thoughts. Child support court would be you think child support court's bad now? Imagine if she said she wasn't pregnant and then they literally have a show, I didn't know I was pregnant. And all they say is, well, the first one was positive. The first one was positive and the next one was negative, but then my belly wouldn't stop growing. That's some wild shit. And the next thing you know, you got a toilet baby. Don't be a toilet baby. And if you gave birth to a toilet baby, never tell that person they were a toilet baby. You can't wash that stink off. Your head hit the bottom of the... Oh, God. I just imagined the toilet baby. That's wrong. That's dark. That's a dark, dark road. But, yeah, so the Ravens rushed for 294 yards. It was one of the highest number ranks in team history. Because the Cowboys are 32nd against the run, and they're terrible.
Awful.
So they said, let's just run it down their throat. And that's what they did. And Lamar Jackson does what he does because he's arguably the greatest running quarterback of all time. He's unstoppable in the open field. You just don't... You would much rather have him pass all game than to run.
Yeah.
If he ran the ball 20 times... You're like, oh, man, this is why he's so dangerous. This is why we should kind of encourage him to pass more, because when he decides to do what he's naturally great at, you're not going to stop that. And then the offense is going to get into a rhythm. You can't keep him in the pocket. Yeah, the Cowboys are terrible, so it is what it is.
They're just hot trash. Cowboys are just awful.
They're awesome.
Is this like a super odd year, like looking into football?
Yeah, because it's like it shouldn't have happened, but it did. But then a lot of people's dreams got crushed. But that's football. This is like the Thanos snap. Like the same way Pete and I had to realize, okay, football's done. But we had a grace period. Eric, you had a grace period.
I had a grace period. It was the first 5 weeks, first 6 weeks of the season. Now it's like, oh.
It's like, them cats like, wait, so I do or I don't? I do? I don't? Can I come back next year even though I'm a senior?
I think the only good thing is, I mean, I'm not saying it's really that good, but like it opened up to more like Tuesday games. I've taken advantage of like having another primetime night of having. So like, even though like it's a lot to. I'm not saying to go down the line like give more prime times every week and stuff like that, because I think with a Thursday game, which is normally a shitty game like tonight was, well, I mean, depending arguably on that, but is just like
Rams are number one in the division now.
Yeah, I mean, when was there a good Thursday night game? Was that when was it the last time the Bears won was a decent Thursday night game?
That was fun to watch.
You're only saying that because the Bears won.
No, but it was a good game to watch on Thursday night against Tampa Bay. I mean, don't you like watching Tom Brady lose?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it was a good
you're
game.
tugging at my heartstrings now.
Yeah, so
I don't have many heartstrings, but you're tugging at
But
them.
I mean, like most of the games on Thursday night are just are garbage.
That is true.
You know, and it's unfortunate because you look at it on paper sometimes, you're like, okay, that should be a decent game. Oh, that should be a decent game. We also got hexed on Thanksgiving because then that Ravens Steelers game went on Tuesday afternoon, which was weird.
Which is why I think the Steelers. This is probably the worst thing that could have happened to the Steelers because they got exposed.
They get exposed.
Washington, that defensive line is no joke. By the way, the Raiders passed on Montez Sweat, and he'd solve all their problems pass rushing right now.
My God.
But I don't want a 6'6" defensive end who's 270 and runs a 4.40. Nah, I'm cool.
The Raiders had like a Hail Mary, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I was slow walking that dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Well, I mean, let's look at the Steelers this weekend. They play at Buffalo.
Another potential loss because they get exposed.
Okay.
Because
do you think Buffalo is a contender in the AFC to go to the AFC Championship and possibly play the Chiefs?
I'm going to say this: if Josh Allen won league MVP, I wouldn't be mad.
Really? That bold? Who else would be in the MVP talk
Obviously
right now?
Mahomes, but
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but Rodgers.
Yeah, Rodgers, but they're going to treat Rodgers like they treat Breeze. They're never going to give him the award when he deserves it.
I don't know. I mean,
Breeze deserved MVP a lot of years.
Yeah.
Not going to give it to him.
Taysom Hill? Just kidding.
I was going to say, like, you can leave, bro. Your services are no longer rendered here. I would have rather you said Mitch Trubisky.
Let me. Oh, don't go.
I would have said Khalil Mack, and I'm like, you're right.
Khalil Mack, he's whatever, you know. I mean,
One man wrecking crew. If he was on a better team,
we had the potential, dude. That team's
if he was
lost.
on Green Bay's defense,
Matt Nagy now has lost the team. I think is. I mean, do we rebuild right now with draft picks? Whatever. I don't know.
I mean, you need to get the stench of bad quarterback play out of Chicago.
It's infested in the carpet, dude. When has it not been bad quarterback play in Chicago?
You're right.
It's
you
like
have to sell your soul
like
to get Trevor Lawrence.
It's moving into where the previous owner was breeding pit bulls in the mill, and they're shitting all over the carpet, and that smell is all over. That is the smell of quarterbacks in Chicago, right?
And there's rats in the ceiling.
Yes,
that's pretty much what you get with Chicago.
It's black mold. It's expensive, and it needs to get out of there. And you know
Burn
what?
The building down
they've
for
tried
insurance.
it. They've tried it with Jay Cutler. They've tried it with Mitchell Trubisky. For some reason, traded over and just passed up on Deshaun Watson.
And they get good offensive linemen.
That stench is awful. The only kind of like they took Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl. You know, it's like
no. The defense and Devin Hester and Thomas Jones took them to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Rex Grossman was just a designated driver.
I mean, he was a sober driver.
Yeah, he was a sober driver. He's the DD.
Safe. He used the signal lights.
He's like the safest person in a car when everybody else has guns and drugs on them. And he's like, "Hi, officer. How's it going?" That's who you put out there.
I'm going to say, let's stop talking about the Bears for one. I'm sad, and two, Pete's probably going to text me about quit talking about the Bears and shitting on my dreams again.
Pete's probably shitting on all our dreams right now.
Oh, he's laughing right now,
dude. If the Cubs can do it, the Bears can do it.
Yes.
Straight up.
Don't give him hope.
Don't give him.
Don't give him. That's too much
This will be
hope.
the first season in 2 years to have a first round draft pick, so it's going to be nice.
You can't like support other teams, huh? You got to pick your team and kind of hate the rest.
You know what? Here's the thing. I think Khalil Mack needs some more help with there. Akeem Hicks, I love
All
the guy,
the help?
but you know what? Goldman was a big
Loss.
a big loss this year.
They just need a better offense, and their defense
But our
would be on the
defense
field
would
so
be
much.
so much more dominant with that other guy because Akeem Hicks keeps getting double teamed when he's
He
like
knows.
when they get it. Of course he's supposed to
Is he
absorb
tackle,
it,
defensive end playing him?
but you get other people moving around, and then Danny Trevathan is a fucking exposed bum. Seriously,
Pretty much.
You watch every game, and he is exposed.
The other guy, though, surprisingly really good, Roquan Smith.
Roquan, surprisingly, he's fucking phenomenal.
I kind of wish I wish the Bears didn't pick him.
No,
But then the Raiders, he wouldn't have made it to 10, and the Raiders are too stupid to take him.
Yeah, we're going to try to take that lineman that's in Indianapolis. What's his name?
I know you're talking about. They were going to take Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, we were going to take Quentin Nelson, but he got
That'd have been
drafted.
sick.
Yeah.
But then, they would have
Nelson,
wasted him, too.
Talk about a mean, scary lineman.
Imagine, and they wasted the other Long brother.
Kyle Long, he had a good career with us, but we didn't do.
He had like 87,000 injuries.
Yeah, he didn't do good at him.
My fucking left knee has more
some stars
dexterity.
that we just did, like it sucks because it's been up on memes lately with Chicago. It's like since Lovie Smith was fired, we've had 2 winning seasons in almost 15, 20 years.
Karma, hire more black coaches.
Lovie Smith was great, and he got us to the Super Bowl. He just couldn't get us to win, and never got our offense going. And that's when
he put an offense together that actually beat people.
Yeah,
that was a miracle in itself. Because that era, think about it.
And our defenses were,
there were no franchise QBs coming through like that.
No,
you get Sam fucking Bradford to play for the Bears.
No.
Oh yeah, because
that'd be actually I'm surprised that didn't happen. Now thinking about it,
he wanted too much money.
Sam Bradford got a lot of money.
Like shout out to Sam Bradford on behalf of all Native Americans for how much he finessed all these white owners out of money.
Yeah, my friend, same friend Josh from earlier, he's always said that he wanted to die and come back as the ability for Sam Bradford to get paid. Because he was also the last person to also...
His agent is filthy rich.
Yeah.
His agent's kids are set forever.
He was the last draft pick to actually hold out for, $53 million without playing...
I thought he got $83 million. It felt like he got
No, 83 was a lot back
It was like
then.
a $100 million contract, bro. But he probably got a cool 60 guaranteed.
I don't know, $100 million weren't going out then.
He was the last fat contract.
Wasn't Albert Hainsworth the first person to get $100 million or something like that?
Nah, but it was draft capital, so it's like it's not all guaranteed. But the guaranteed money was like, how the fuck is he a rookie getting $60 million guaranteed when there are running backs who don't get $60 million guaranteed?
Yeah, that's when the CBA changed. I mean,
They're like, no, you rookies got to earn it.
I agree with that though, to be honest. So, because Sam Bradford, and then what was the guy that you drafted, Demarcus Russell? That he got
I don't know
paid.
what you're talking about.
He got paid historically and then just was awful. It didn't do anything.
I think he still owes them money.
Oh, really?
Allegedly. I don't know. Pete probably knows.
You suck bad. You have to pay back your money.
If they had just drafted Joe Thomas the year before, or Larry Fitzgerald, I don't want to get started on that because Calvin Johnson
I apologize.
should have been a Raider.
Should have been a Raider. Your taker, your tank.
Adrian Peterson should have been a Raider.
Adrian Peterson.
And he's still playing for the Lions.
Yes, and he beat us this weekend.
Yep. I did want to get to that, but fantasy football, he scored 2 touchdowns. But I mean, so Steelers got exposed. The Panthers almost didn't play this game against the Broncos because it came out that there were gatherings outside of the facility, and it pretty much caused the outbreak for them. And then, sorry for everybody who drafted Christian McCaffrey in fantasy because he's been injured the whole year. And I just keep, like I said it to Pete, said it a while back. If you're the best player on the Carolina Panthers on offense, They're going to break you and ruin your career. Cam.